Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Coffeecast. And with me is Miss Valley Isle Cierra Pagaduan.
Yes, good job.
You have no idea how many times I've practiced that name and messed it up within the last 3 minutes. But I mean...
But you nailed it. You nailed it.
Yes. Bonus points. Would that be something that I would be expected to do in a pageant, like properly pronounce this person's name if you want to win?
Yes, most definitely. Or at least try your best too.
Right, because a lot of people when they talk about pageants, and you're the new winner, you're Miss Valley Isle.
Yes.
Oh gosh, so did they come with like major prizes? Did we get a new car?
Oh, I wish.
Right. That's the bigger pageant.
Yes, but we definitely got some great prizes from a lot of local vendors and local businesses here in Wailuku town, but also here in Hawaii, which I am so grateful for and so blessed. Some presents that I can think of in my mind were just from Hawaii Heritage, Island Jewelers, Wailuku Coffee Company for sponsoring our pageant as well. Mm-hmm. And we also got from the Hapa Honey and all those other kinds of local vendors here on Maui.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have much, so today I thought I would get you this. This is the coconut and chocolate. I call these the magic bars.
The magic bars,
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever had one?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
Just take a corner.
Corner?
We'll do this like very pageant style. We won't like
Okay.
shove the whole, like most of the time on this show, it's me and Megan just feeding ourselves.
Those are the best. I love to eat. Okay.
This,
I taste the magic in there.
it's called sugar. And usually I don't have it, but it's like when I want something sweet, I thought this would be a nice one.
Wow.
It's got some, it's very unique to them. You know, everybody has their scones, everybody has their muffins, but Wailuku Coffee Company's got a couple interesting things.
And are these coconut flakes on top with chocolate chips?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
yes. See, that's wine. Now, most of the time, the interviews that we try to have devolve down to just us eating. So,
Just
yeah.
scarfing down everything.
Yeah. It's like the one thing, though, like when you're competing for a pageant, you have to be very, very careful what you eat.
Yes.
And this is one thing I've always wanted to know, because me, I'm one of those people that I don't get embarrassed eating junk. I really should. At my age, I should get more embarrassed by the stuff that I eat. But when I'm in public, I won't eat anything because I'm just like,
Who's watching me?
who's watching?
Right.
Do you ever have that? Like, you know, I mean, because everybody's like, oh, what's a pageant queen eat? Like, do you find yourself like, I think I'm just going to go home? Yeah.
Well, you know, honestly, for me, I think it's just something that I was born and raised with, but I have no shame. I mean, I love to eat, and I don't care who sees me eating. Even if I have to scarf down a spam musubi, I will. But very gracefully.
Right? You're going to be one of those moms one day where it's like the kid's going to be, Mom, have you seen my musubi? And you're like,
No, I'm trying to get the nori out of your teeth.
right? We'll firm.
Oh, was that for you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did not know
I'll get
that.
you one.
I'll get you one. Yep.
Sorry we can't find. I'll get you another one.
Well, okay, so getting into the pageant.
Yes.
This is the first pageant in a pandemic we did.
Yes.
Did you feel like it was pandemic-y enough?
You know, I do feel like with everything that was going on with the pandemic, I just want to give a props out to my director, Lindsay Takekawa. And I'm sure you met her last week, right? Or
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, awesome. But she did such a fabulous job just setting all of this up. Like a pageant in a pandemic, that's never been in our entire life, right? So, I mean, there are many new creative things that we had to do, of course, just to be in compliance with the laws of our state and with the laws of Maui. But we still were able to make it fun and make it enjoyable. So although we didn't really have like our family there, like in a usual pageant where you have an audience, we were still able to have our pageant sisters and just like our support via the internet, right? And like those chats and FaceTimes calls. So it was very interesting, very creative, and very fun. And although it was in a pandemic, we still made the best out of it.
You know, this is the thing that I liked about it, though, is like you could go back and rewatch it now.
Yes,
You know?
Yes.
Most of the time when you see, you go to a pageant, especially like pageants where these are pageants that qualify you for bigger pageants.
Yes.
And then bigger pageants.
Yes.
So most of the time, you'll be like, oh, it was great, she was, and then you can't say anything else because you're not allowed to take the pictures. You didn't allow your camera inside, so you could describe it. It's like, well, it was a dress.
Yeah.
But now it's like with this pageant and a pandemic, I'm like, oh, I can go back.
Yeah. And I think the best part about that is usually if it wasn't for this pandemic, people would have to buy tickets, or family and friends would have to buy tickets for the pageant, right? But if nobody bought a ticket, they wouldn't be able to see the pageant. So I think it was such a we were so lucky to have it televised and just live streamed, because that way it opened it to an even bigger audience, to like our extended family who maybe couldn't attend but really wanted to support us and watch us.
Now, this is the funny thing about the pageant and the pandemic. Not only did you win a pageant online, but you instantly became internet rumors when they thought that you were going to win before that. How does it feel to not only win the first pageant in a pandemic, but also to be, I want to say, internet gossip?
Well, it's such a blessing. I mean, just being that we are in a pandemic, there's a lot of negativity that is already going around, and a lot of spirits that are down. And I feel like this pandemic really gave not only the contestants, but so many family and friends some positive spirits, something to look forward to, something exciting, besides us just competing. And I feel like with this all internet rumors, it's just get the best out of it, get the positivity out of it, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's about. It's just supporting all of these other girls who are in it, and just supporting what the organization is all about.
That's the thing too, is like, when I talk about the rumors, I don't mean people were like sitting around going, oh, did you hear about Cierra? I heard that girl could shove a whole musubi in her. No, it wasn't like that. It's like it was almost like sports betting. And I did not know this existed for pageants, and maybe it was because it was online. But a lot of people were just, I got 5 on. Like there was some competition with non-competitors.
Yes.
Going on about who they thought would win. Now, this is the thing though, because you guys have no clue going into this what's going to happen, how it's going to shake out. And I saw the pictures that you guys posted immediately after winning, and you had this look on your face like, did this happen? Is that really the feeling that you mostly get at the end of these, where it's like, okay, they said my name. Wait a minute. Oh my God, they said my name. Right?
Yes, that's definitely how it is, because, we all go with the intention that, of course, we all want to win. But when it's actually your name that's being called, you're like, wait, what? What? It's what? Me? So you definitely have that feeling afterwards, but definitely just still being humble about it, and just like being excited about it. Like each and every one of those girls deserve that title, and whether or not they didn't walk home with that title, they still have it. They still have that invisible crown that they have on their heads. That's what I always remind them.
I mean, besides competing in pageants, because I know this is a thing that you do, what else are you into? I mean, what is the life like of royalty when you're not with the crown on your head?
Oh, that's a great question. So I'm very passionate about hula. I've been dancing hula for about 4 years now with Hello Okahanule Hua. My kumu hula is Kamaku Kukana. So that is something that, besides the crown, I'm always dancing hula. But just spending time with my family, and I believe that, during this whole quarantine and COVID, I've been able to spend more time with them, which is such a blessing, because pre-COVID, I was always busy working. I work at the college for Paikamana at the University of Hawaii Maui College, but I was very, very busy with hula, preparing for Merry Monarch, and now that everything's kind of at a pause, it's allowed me to really reflect on my life and what I really want to do, and just spend time with my family, because they mean the world to me. So
now's the time that we make the confession you're going into auto mechanics or something? I mean, you're like, I figured out what I want to do in my life. It's not this.
Yes. Like, what was I doing this whole time?
And pageants are really hard though. Like, people don't understand that they're highly competitive, and it's a lot more than just looking pretty.
Yes. A lot more than that.
Right? So, I mean, as a person who's never looked pretty, and probably would not
because you look beautiful.
Oh. But one of the things I wanted to ask is like, how it almost seems like it's a year-round you have to be prepared thing. How long did you actually prepare for this pageant?
Funny story.
Let me settle in for this one.
When the Miss My USA pageant was announced on Instagram, social media, all of those platforms, it was actually started back in May. However, I just had decided 2 weeks before the pageant that this was something that I really wanted to do. It was something that I was passionate about, and the last time that I competed in a pageant was actually 4 years ago. I was Miss Aloha Valley Isle 2016, and so I kind of took a break from pageants to finish on my schooling and to focus on myself, and I just felt like, again, with quarantine, it made me realize all of the things that I really wanted to do. Especially now that I'm 22, I feel much more mature, and the experiences that and the opportunities that I've been through have prepared me for the title, to compete in this pageant. And so even though I was 2 weeks out, I was like, you know what, I have confidence in myself, and regardless, it's just about the opportunity to do it. You know, I definitely am that type of person that I'm always looking for opportunities of growth. And even regardless of what happened that night, it was just being that I could have that opportunity once again before I become older and then I can't do it, and then I get married and have kids. So
yeah, let me go ahead and tell you that works out real great. Lots of sleep, lots of good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
You would know, right? You have
Right.
a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah, 2 months old, and I'm convinced that child is from the devil. So anytime somebody says, "Oh, I want to be a parent," I'm always like, "Good luck, suckers."
Yes.
But I mean, I know kids are very, very much like a part of you, because the hula,
Yes.
the working at the school, the
Yes.
pageantry, like. But I don't. At 43, I don't know what it's like to feel mature at 22. But there is a lot of maturity that you had to go through to be in these pageants.
Yes, exactly.
Do you kind of feel like you've aged prematurely by going through these whole... I mean, because there's a lot of stuff that you do.
I definitely think that pageants give women the opportunity to learn more about themselves. It gives them opportunities to really go out in their community and serve others, and it puts them in a mindset where it's not just about them, you know, it's about being selfless, not selfish, but selfless. And just when you have the ability to help other people and put other people before yourselves, you grow, you know, and it makes you a better person, but then it also serves a bigger purpose in your life. And so I believe that many people have different views when it comes to pageant. They don't understand the behind the scenes part of the contestant and the role that she has when she's preparing for that. But I definitely believe before a contestant competes in the pageant and then after the pageant, she grows to be such a better person, whether it be like she learns something new about herself, a passion that she loves, or maybe it's just serving her community. You really find those great opportunities in pageants, and just like being able to know more about yourself and love all of those great strengths that you have. And you also learn about your weaknesses, and learning how you can make that into your strength.
Oh, okay. Because like, I would always imagine that there would be both types of people, like the ones that go through the process and they learn and they grow, and then the ones that just become supervillains. Have you met a pageant supervillain yet?
To be honest, no. I haven't met a supervillain yet. Hopefully I don't meet
Maybe a couple of henchmen? I mean, you know. I'm trying to figure out how the pageant world works. Is it like the MCU? Like, you've won the crown, so obviously you're like, I don't know, Lady Thor at this point?
I mean, personally, for me, I haven't had any supervillains that have come across in the wrong way, but regardless, it's just regardless if you have the crown or not, just being able to maintain that professionalism and just knowing that, hey, that person deserves it just as much as you did. And being that just because you didn't maybe get the crown or the title, you should still be able to go out and support local businesses, serve your community, just because that's the right thing to do, but it's because you're passionate about doing those kind of things. So,
So speaking of local companies, I know you got some prizes from these guys. Now, now that the pageant's over, you can actually enjoy a lot more of this stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I just thought I would ask because I would think when it comes to pageants, like 1920s, you guys basically are on diets of coffee and cigarettes only. But now that you're not in pageant mode, like what is one of the things that you'd like to try? Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm in good with the owner here, so we can hook this up.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story. Okay,
Uh-oh.
I'm actually not a coffee person.
What?
But I love going to coffee shops. Like, funny story. True fact though, but as you can see, I'm enjoying this really, really good Going Banana smoothie from Wailuku Coffee Company.
They got
I'm a
some good
smoothie
ones.
person. I love smoothies. I think personally for me, I can't handle coffee. It just kind of makes me go, oh, woo, and I don't really
You
like
seem
that
like such a
feeling.
high energy person that coffee would get the energy off of drinking you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't need the coffee. I already have pure energy.
Like you're the thing that coffee goes to wake up.
Yes.
You know, before okay. Well, I mean, you know, because like I said, kind of know the owner, so.
Oh, and I also, just that I thought about it, but I love, they have this bagel, this everything bagel.
Oh, the everything bagel.
That I absolutely love with the salmon or with the caprese and the capers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
My fave.
You know.
Try it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like, I try so much to stay in pageant body mode. But the bagel.
Yeah.
It's a
with the
weakness.
bagel.
It's a weakness.
It is. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Like, how can you deny it? Like, right in front of you, and then just the way that they make it, like, so pretty. You're like, I have to eat it. I'm sorry. Like,
You hear
I'll
trumpets
work out
playing in the
tomorrow.
background. You know, a choir starts to sing. Oh, you know, light comes down directly from the sky. You know.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, I tell you though, you are an absolute light. I enjoy the fact that not only do you get to do the first pageant in a pandemic, but I mean, at this point that we're going, you could do hula in a hazmat.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many things that we could do here. But what is the actual next step for you? Because now you're Miss Valley Isle. What's the next up?
Okay, so the next up from this would be preparing for the Miss Hawaii USA pageant that will be held in December in Honolulu.
Ooh.
So that's the next biggest thing that me and my other pageant sisters are preparing for.
That's going to be a bubble pageant this year, isn't it?
It is. So it's going to be the same. It's going to be another pageant pandemic around that. No audience, live stream. But this time it'll be a little bit much bigger. It'll be televised for the
Nice.
world to see. So that's something exciting to look forward to, but still making sure that we are in compliance with the laws of the state. Social distancing is still going to be practiced, as well as making sure that you are sanitizing, that you're healthy, and we will also be tested as well. So.
Wow. That's the one thing that is just like, it's like, let me get in my finest clothes. Oh yeah, please shove that thing right in there. Just, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. I've had like 2 of those tested. They're not entertaining.
They're not fun at all.
They're not.
They're not.
But I mean, it's. I guess it's all what you have to go through when you want to be queen.
Yes. And leading by example, definitely. You know, like, I think the best part about it is just showing people that even when you're a title holder, you still have to do those kind of things. You're not exempt from them. So.
Well, if you ever want to know what changing dirty diapers is like, let me know. I hear that pageant queens are very good about community outreach.
Oh yes.
I know
definitely.
a community in need. But okay, so it's on to the next competition in December. Until then, we can kind of go have an everything bagel.
Yes. Go have an everything bagel.
Now, if somebody wants to follow your adventures, you know, your whole pageant journey, where do they do that?
I have a Facebook, and I also have an Instagram platform page that if anybody would love to support me or just follow my journey throughout this year that I have ahead of me, you can follow me at Cierra Pagaduan on both Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, all right. Well,
Very simple, very easy. Cierra Pagaduan.
go ahead. I messed that name up 3 times.
But you got it the last time when it counted. So
That's all that counts.
Yeah, that's all
Right.
that matters.
Well,
And also following, I'm so sorry, but also following the Miss Maui USA Instagram page as well. That is definitely where we post a lot our community services and also a lot about our title holders.
Oh yeah, and Lindsay has a lot of stuff coming out.
Yes,
so,
she does.
Gosh, I tried to declare her the unofficial mayor of Main Street, but she wasn't having it. No. Until next time, though, everybody, please check out Cierra online. Follow along her pageant journey. As for me, next week I'll be competing in Miss Junior Miss. Aloha
really?
title, yes.
Okay, hit it.
I'm going for chainsaw hula as my talent.
Okay.
Not sure
I look
that's a
forward to
thing.
watching that.
So does everybody else. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time on the Coffeecast. Goodbye.
Aloha.